Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is 7:37 a.m. You're listening to Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. And it is Tuesday, the 23rd, 2021, February. Shouts out and good morning. All right, so let's get right into it because we got something very cool for y'all at the end of my voice when I say that is the news. But that's coming up soon. Great interview today. Great stuff. So coming up, Mayor Richard Irvin's community conversations continue this Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Stony, the Road We Trod, a historical look at Aurora's first black residents, will be the presentation on Facebook Live on the City of Aurora's page. Shouts out. Check that one out. I was on, or rather tuned into, the very first one, which was the first but not the last, a conversation with black trailblazers in Aurora. And that was on the 18th of last week. It was really good. Shouts go out to former chief of police, former first African-American chief of police, sergeant and lieutenant in the Aurora Police Department, Bill Powell. That's my man. All black people should be a Bill Powell. Anyway, the CERF, Coronavirus Emergency Relief Fund applications are online at the city's website. We've posted the link. Make sure that you check out our Facebook page. I don't think I put it on the Twitter yet, so we're going to tweet that. We're going to tweet that. Tweet that so you guys can check that out. The total available funding for the Direct Cash to Business Relief Fund is $1,200,000. Payments to qualified businesses will be distributed as a one-time grant. Grant amounts will vary and are intended to be paid within the range of $2,000 to $15,000, proportional to the amount of documented losses and depending on the number of applications received. This is a direct response to the economic injuries sustained by local businesses, including but not limited to eating and drinking establishments caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and the resulting social distancing measures. Very cool. There are some exceptions to businesses within the city of Aurora, but as a general rule of thumb, all small businesses in the city are eligible to apply. So check that out. The applications are able to be received before close of business on the 3rd of next month, coming up, y'all, 2021, March. All right. Shouts out to the city of Aurora, and shouts out to everyone who is involved in providing that. And the state of Illinois, I guess I'd have to say. Waubonsie Community College's Council for Access and Inclusion has been keeping it going with virtual programming during Black History Month. So today at 6 to 8 p.m., there is the informed and probing discussion surrounding the topics covered in the Netflix documentary film 13th by director Ava DuVernay. There will be a virtual viewing of the film at 6 p.m., followed by a short discussion with Dr. Jackie Hartley, instructor of sociology. 25th, on Thursday, from 6 to 7 p.m., there's going to be Learning What We Don't Know, the 1619 Project, How Slavery Shaped America. Please tune in to these, and shouts out to Waubonsie Community College and the CAI, Council for Access and Inclusion. All right. Yoga. Saturday morning Zoom yoga, $12 to register, 8:30 to 9:45 a.m., 11 to 11:15 a.m. for the beginning. The other 8:30 to 9:45 was for intermediate. You can email Aurora Yoga Center at gmail.com, yoga at home. And if you do take part in the yoga, tell them that you heard about it on Good Morning Aurora. Rush Copley is now offering a movement disorders program that provides support and programming for people living with Parkinson's and other movement disorders. Programs are now online for participant safety. For more information, please contact Cheryl Rurko at 630-499-6681 or email her at Cheryl.nelsonrurko@rushcopley.com. I'm going to make sure that I post this as opposed to reading it. That way you will get the full benefit of that link and its characters. These programs are open to anyone living with a movement disorder or Parkinson's disease. Shouts out to Rush Copley. Told you about the League of Women Voters. Get ready to tune in because on the 24th, which is Wednesday, which is tomorrow, holy cow. Yes. Oh, you know what? Listen, tomorrow it's voting day. It's it. It's a wrap. Township. Did y'all vote? I hope you did. We interviewed some candidates for township. We interviewed Alex Arroyo running for township supervisor. We also interviewed Bonnie Kunkel and Sherry Spears, who are both running for trustee. Get to know who the candidates are and vote if you are in Aurora Township. A wonderful organization called Clearbrook is hosting a virtual Friends Wine and Craft Beer tasting on the 27th from 6 to 7 p.m. Wine and beer packages will be offered from Church Street Brewing Company and the prestigious Martin Ray Vineyards and Winery. So I've been hollering at y'all about that. Please check out Clearbrook by going to their website at www.clearbrook.org. Clearbrook is a home and family to over 8,000 children and adults impacted by intellectual and developmental disabilities. Check them out. The event has been shared to our Facebook page. Holler at them. All right. And last but not least, there is something great that I'm happy to announce. Free drive-through COVID testing is being hosted by Restore of Fox Valley Habitat for Humanity specifically, in conjunction with Judd Lofshe, who is alderman in Aurora, and the Barrio Foundation. You can get free COVID testing Monday through Sunday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can call 833-C19-STOP, and that's 833-219-7867 to register. It's 2302 West Indian Trail Road in Aurora. We posted this on our Facebook. I'm going to hit the twit for y'all, and we put that on the gram too, so holla. All right. No appointment is necessary, no symptoms to get tested, completely free and open to the public. Shout out to our elected officials and shout out to all the people in the city of Aurora and the responsible establishments who are making these great things happen for us. And last but not least, Operation Senior Shovel, Service, Dedication, and Community. Aurora's new volunteer shoveling program was launched for the first time last week. Thanks to the dedicated volunteers for helping our senior citizens and persons with disabilities. Shouts out to everybody who volunteered and shouts out to the city of Aurora for putting it together. Additional volunteers are still needed. You can go to auroratacil.org/senior shovel. And remember, attack is just a Navy term for a dash. 97 community volunteers and 113 houses shoveled for seniors. Shouts out. So that's the news for the day. Hope that you guys have a safe, blessed, wonderful, positive, exceptional, just awesome day today. And stay tuned because I'm telling you, the second largest city's first daily news podcast, we're about to do it again. Too blessed to be stressed, y'all. And that is the news. And good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to both of you guys. We have Veronica and Josue of Beast Dawg Pawlour, which is tough. Has been tough for me to say Pawlour.
Yes.
Not parlor.
Exactly.
Good to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Yep. This is an interview that's going to touch on two things. Okay, so they'll touch on family and small business. Okay, so we'll get to know who you guys are as individuals, and then we'll talk about the business as well. So to start off with, let us know. Start with you, Josue. Where were you born and raised?
I was born in San Francisco, California, and lived there my whole life.
Oh wow, San Francisco.
Yeah.
Looking out the snow out there, y'all. I'm thinking about the sunshine and all that. And Veronica, where are you from?
I am originally from here.
Okay.
Aurora, yes.
All right, very cool.
Yes.
Well, here's a cool, nice place to start. How'd you two meet? Let's, yeah.
So, I graduated from East Aurora High School,
Okay.
went to college here at NIU, went
Okay.
there for about 2 years, and then I wanted to transfer out, so I chose USF, which is in San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
I had to make a living, so I was working at a retail job, and that's where I met my husband.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
We worked in the same mall, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Small world.
Exactly.
Oh my God. What is the? Are there any similarities between the San Jose or first
San Francisco.
San Francisco? Are there any similarities in the San Francisco story and the Midwest Aurora story?
Well, from Aurora, Aurora's kind of like coming up very artsy. So San Francisco is very artsy. So
And I
that's
have to add, it's diverse,
It's
which is
diverse.
awesome.
Yeah, I've been to I just went like the tour part, right? So I just went to like the wharf and all that. It was cool, but San Francisco was nice. The time that I did spend there, California was a cool place to be. Josue, growing up, what impact did your mom have in your life?
Oh, my mom's everything. She, my dad died when I was young, so she practically raised me. So she did everything. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And Veronica, what impact did your dad have in your life?
My dad was always there. He was a great provider. My dad is the best dad, I have to say. He's just caring and always caring for his family and making sure that we have enough of everything.
Okay. So before the camera started rolling, we found out a very cool fact that Josue was a DJ. So take us to the DJ. Were you born a DJ? Are DJs born or are they made? What's that about?
Always loved music. There was always music at home, so kind of grew into it, I guess. All my friends were DJs, and it just kind of developed, I guess. I'm an artist too, so it just kind of grew into art and music.
The arts all around, everything.
Yes, I went to school for animation.
Okay.
And then music career kind of took over, and then the animation got put in the back.
Okay.
And then music took over, and then went back and forth with art.
What was your DJ name?
DJ Venom.
You know, I'm writing that down. I love creativity, and you're the first DJ I've interviewed.
Oh.
We're not talking about DJ stuff today. So now, how was Harry Beast born?
Well, I was a dog groomer. How I became a dog groomer was we got a dog, and we took him to training class, and the trainers and the managers there love how
How he
I
interacted
did
with dogs.
with dogs. And she offered me a job, and they put me in school, paid for everything, and that's how it started.
And this is San Francisco?
Yes.
Okay. What special magic was there that you had that the owner didn't have? Were you like cooler with the dog than the owner was?
Exactly.
What?
Yes, the dog whisperer. Yeah.
He's very in tune with dogs. He reads the psychology of dogs.
What is
which
the What? Explain that.
The energy, like, you know, like being a DJ, you feel energy through people. It's the same way with dogs. Dogs feed off of your energy, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how my secret.
Were you? Do you have a favorite breed or a favorite breed of dog?
Well, our own dog, poodles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't have a favorite breed, but I love poodles. Poodles are super smart.
So it is true that a dog is man's best friend.
True.
Absolutely.
Have you met any bad dogs in your career of being a dog whisperer?
Yes, plenty. But you know, you always work. There's always good days and bad days. Dogs are like, honestly, dogs are like humans. Some dogs have good days and some dogs have bad days. But it's just how you work with them.
I have to add, I don't think there's a bad dog. I think it's just bad owners that don't train their dogs.
That's interesting.
I don't know about that.
It's true.
But
I mean,
true.
if like, okay, so we have some dogs and you basically have to work with them. If you can't work with them, you know, it's not a lost cause, but they need a lot of attention. And we've seen some dogs actually grow in their personalities.
True.
Grow in their personalities.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, explain that. What you mean? They started off.
They're just like they
really
have no,
shy.
Yeah, shy
And
or
they're scared.
or not trained.
Yeah.
And once they're trained, then you know you can work with them. But there's some dogs. Yeah, we've had some that we had to actually really work with.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you guys do training as well, or is it simply grooming?
Just grooming.
Okay. So this was it called Hairy Beast when you guys started? Like, take me back to the day. Like, what was were we at a store? Were you at your house?
I always say, hey, bring your hairy beast to me. And that's how the name kind of started. The parlor is...
I like the dog parlor.
The parlor part.
So we kind of added
Yeah.
both of those together.
And since we both worked retail for a long time, it kind of like meshed together with our brand that we did.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So for the for you viewers and those of y'all subscribing on the YouTube, you will see this store because we're going to take some very good, very interesting video of everything that we see around us, which is really nice. I really do like how you guys combine like the shopping experience, art, and dogs in one place. Like it's very impressive.
Thank you.
Tell me about the logo, which I also like as well. Where'd that come from?
That's me too.
Okay.
I wanted to have an old school barbershop look to it, and the pug guy, we named him Maximilian. Well, my son named him Maximilian, and he kind of goes with, you know, the look.
The look. I like that. Yeah, with the hat and everything too.
Correct.
So, when did you guys move from San Francisco to back to Illinois?
Right after our son was born in
Okay.
2018.
2018.
I'm sorry, 2012.
Oh, yeah,
2012.
I'm all like 18.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What was Aurora like at that time?
That you can see that it was becoming something. It needed. I mean, it was the beginning stage, and that's where we kind of were like, oh, we need to open up a dog grooming shop somewhere in downtown Aurora because there was nothing nearby. The closest one, I believe, is like 3 miles away back then. So we were like, we need to jump on it before somebody beats us to it. So we were planning, and we were looking at different buildings, and we wanted to be in downtown Aurora. But so many of the buildings needed so much work, and we had limited funding. So when we saw this building, we were actually interested in the front because it was for rent. And we stopped, and we saw somebody back here. And so we walked over, and it was actually the mom of the owner. And she's like, no, I'm sorry, the front has actually been rented, but this space is available. And we didn't initially like it.
Front meaning the
The
street?
Exactly,
Okay,
street level.
okay.
So we didn't really like this back area. But after spending a day with it,
We
we thought about it. We're like, this is perfect. You
Yeah.
know, it's away from the street, which is safer for dogs if they have to go potty or do whatever. And a dog is not going to get loose, so it was perfect. We jumped on it.
Now there used to be, was that the Playeritas store was right there?
It was at
a
one
t-shirt
time.
store or something,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
So this was actually the old VCA hospital.
That only natives would know
No,
that.
yeah,
Like back
this-
in 20 years ago, this was the old VCA hospital.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Interesting.
So it kind of, the
It was
spot
meant to
kind
be.
of found us.
Yeah, it was meant to be.
Right.
It was meant to be, yeah.
So for you viewers and you listeners, we are on, this is Galena right here.
Correct.
Yeah.
The intersection of Galena and Lake Street, across from the Great Aurora mural at Tortas, Guadalajara.
Correct.
Right on the street. This is where we are. What's the address here?
It's 215 West Galena.
Okay, 215 West Galena. Shouts out. All right, so now we're here in Aurora. It's got a little bit of juice, right? It needs a little bit of help. It's coming up.
Correct.
You know, what was it like building the clientele and establishing yourselves, you know, once we had our location, putting things together? What was that process like?
Josue, a lot of his clients followed him, and it just happened.
They moved all the way from Cali to
No,
Illinois?
no.
I worked out here at
Like, honey, we about to live in Batavia, girl. We going where he go, we go.
He worked at a vet office. And,
I worked at a vet office,
yeah.
and
they had
corporate.
grooming there in some corporate areas, and my clients followed me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got a good following.
Nice. People can get their dogs groomed at like PetSmart and all that, right? In Petland. Why would what's the benefit with Harry Beast as opposed to Petland or something like that?
Well, I think it's more like one-on-one. We don't take as many dogs as the other stores do. We're more, how can I say it?
We're a small business, family owned. We provide one-on-one service. We do things differently. Josue's great with dogs. The psychology behind that is awesome, which I didn't understand initially. We also take pictures of the dogs and post it on our Facebook page or Instagram.
Yeah, they're fly too.
And people love that. They love to see their dogs just recently groomed with our new backdrops. We constantly change our backdrops to match the theme of the season or whatever specialty is. And people like that. And we have fun doing it, so it works. It works for us.
I'm digging the mugs too, by the way. Really feeling that.
Thanks.
Dog groomer thermos. I'm really liking that. Yeah, there's a different style here, sure. I was thinking, you know, Petland and all that kind of stuff. That's I'm not in the industry, but I think that's like as corporate as you can get, right?
Correct.
So I mean, you know what you're getting when you're buying corporate.
Right.
You know, you're gonna get Mickey D's or you're gonna get Don Walkers. You know.
Right.
So are you guys part of any chambers or anything like that, or do you take part in any of the small business initiatives that have gone on in the city?
We are part of the chamber here in
Okay.
Aurora, yeah.
All right.
I'm also part of the SBCDC, the Small Business Development Center.
Waubanzi Community College.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Double shouts. Double
Yeah.
shouts.
And Josue just recently joined Marissa with the mural community.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
The Aurora downtown.
Yes.
Oh, very good. Very good. Yeah, you guys, where this is located too, I'm sure you guys know, like, this is a great location because it's a stone's throw away from, you know, the little bustle of the downtown right there. Lake Street's a busy intersection too. It's a busy street. The west side of Aurora is right here. So this is a great location.
yeah.
I want to talk more about the psychology of dogs though, because I got a yard now, right?
Yeah.
So I got a big yard now. So now I'm looking at dogs and everything. Can you tell if an individual has abused an animal?
You can never tell what has gone with the animal, but the behavior of animals, you know, something has happened.
Right.
Some are more timid than others. That's how you can tell, but you can't really tell if a dog is aggressive,
Sure.
if he's been abused or not. It just really depends on the dog.
And that's a question, you know, I didn't expect you to be the authority on it, but that's a question I have as a person who's, you know, considering. And, you know, I never wanted to get a dog before living in an apartment or something like that because I believe that you should have ample space and not provide a confined environment. So I just wanted to know that because considering adopting a dog and it's something special, you know.
Make the connection.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's talk services. What's the services that we get? So I bring my dog in, right? Boom. Here comes Fluffy. What can y'all do? We got levels, packages?
Yeah,
We do.
Okay.
Let me grab it for you so you know.
So Fluffy. You look like a fluffy kind of guy.
So these are our packages.
All right.
The Royal Services. The Young Lad is basically your basic package.
Okay.
It includes a bath, a brush out, ear cleaning, nail trimming, and a fragrance. And all these can either be used with baths or haircuts.
Very cool.
So we have the young lad, the Her Highness, and His Majesty. So it just depends on
Ooh.
people's needs and wants.
Nice. The young lad comes with bath, brush out, ear cleaning, nail trimming, and fragrance.
Correct.
Now, right there, that sounds fly. But then you step to the Her Highness. That get the teeth brush and luxury shampoo and re-moisturizer.
Which is a conditioner. It's a better shampoo and conditioner, depending on the dog's needs or what the skin needs.
Okay. And then the plus of both packages of Highness and Majesty is the High Sheen Coat, Green Dental Treat, and Foot Pad Treatment.
All right.
What's the importance of a healthy foot pad on a dog?
Well, since the snow out here, the salt kind of makes their paws, like our hands, really rough, and they can crack. With the foot pad massage, it's like lotion,
Right.
and it massages them. It makes them nice and smooth.
Okay. What's the most popular service that what do people typically get?
Her Highness.
Right?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Man, that's dope. Now, do you guys do cats at all?
We do not.
Nah.
You don't? Okay. Only dogs.
Yes.
All right. Cool. So for those people out there, why don't y'all do cats? They don't do cats. Just bring your dog only. What does America mean to you?
America, like, let's see.
I think it's inclusion of
Yeah.
everyone
Diversity.
and learning from everyone. Getting to know your neighbor. That would be America to me.
Let's see. I can go on forever. Diversity, like she said, our neighbors. Know your neighbor,
Right.
and it's a land of opportunity. So.
Right. Now you guys live in Aurora.
Correct.
And well, this is a new year. We've got vaccines and things like that, and things look to be promising. But take a step back a little bit. What was the biggest impact that COVID has had on your business?
Yeah, it was rough for the first, what was it, 3 months?
So we were closed for the 6-week period.
Right.
And after the 6-week period, we got calls day and night. Everybody needed a haircut.
Right.
So as a business owner, we did as much as we could. We opened up for the entire month, not a day off, and we were exhausted. But it's just that we had so many clients that we had to attend to, and we love our clients, so we
Right.
did it, and that impacted us. It hasn't impacted us in a negative way. I have to say we're grateful.
Yeah.
We've been blessed with great clients. We've been constantly busy, so we haven't been affected negatively. The only thing is, you just have to deal with the barriers and people wearing masks, which is a daily thing now. But initially, some people were hesitant about it.
Right.
I don't normally ask a question, but if you don't mind, I'm just kind of curious. Like, weren't you guys considered
Essential.
essential services?
We were, I think,
At
the
the first-
third tier.
Yes.
So we were closed for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
But I could be wrong in the
that's
tiers section.
Right. Yeah. Because the initial part you're talking about, that was when it happened in March,
Yeah.
right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Now that I think about it, yeah, it was the tiers, and then they had different levels of the essentials.
Correct.
So what's next? What's Harry Beast? What we doing this year? What's the plot, right?
Well, we just expanded,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Okay.
We just took over our business neighbor
Whitney.
spot,
Okay.
which is another 1,200 feet.
Good.
Square feetage. We needed it. We had outgrown our small space. It worked for us for a year and a half, but after that, we were just we needed the space. So that is the current. In the next 5 years, hopefully, we'll be teaching to groom.
Teaching grooming.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to open up a Harry Beast Dog Grooming Academy. So hopefully,
Yeah.
be teaching by then.
There's a lack of groomers, and we want to train them correctly. So.
Some dog ain't
That's right.
Have you seen people do it on their own with grooming?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
His reaction was priceless.
Yeah. And you know, quarantine. We call them quarantine haircuts.
Okay.
Because,
Okay. All right.
You know, little chop. You kind of have to fix it up. Yeah. So you know. Yeah.
Is there a common maybe not a mistake, but is there a common like wrong practice that people do trying to do the, you know, hey, I tried to clip Stoney's nails, or, you know?
I always say you can't always learn from YouTube because a lot of people go on YouTube and try to do it how they do it.
Right.
But it's a lot harder than it looks. Like dogs always move, or you know, dog language is oh, you hurt me, I'm gonna bite you. So try to read a pup is a little harder than just watching it on TV.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, going to YouTube to learn how to like change a tire is wonderful. There's only really one way to do it, right?
But
trying to, you know.
Like every dog has a different temperament, and
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
Little Fluffy might not like his paws touched, and you know, he might go after you. But if he's in a different environment, it's a little different.
Have either of you been bit by dogs before, or attacked by dogs?
Bit.
Bit, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Is it common?
Not really.
Really? I
Okay.
mean,
It
like
just depends on the temperament of the dog.
You know, like you have to read a pup. You can't always, like when you're greeting somebody. Like I had the other day, I had somebody here, and they reached over to pet their dog without asking. You know, there's like dog etiquette with a pet parent. The pup tried to bite him, and I'm all like, oh, well, let him smell you first and get to know you, and then the pup whole attitude changed.
Right.
And then, you know, they get to know you. It's a little different.
Sounds kind of like people.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dogs are like people.
Like, oh, he got to know you first. Oh, okay. How can folks check you guys out on social media?
We have a Facebook page.
Okay.
You can find us there, and on Instagram.
All right, Facebook and Instagram. Okay. Now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna we're gonna turn this camera this way, and I would like you guys to walk us through this. Show us what we got going on back here.
Our dog collection. Kind of like I always say, dogs are kind of like humans.
Okay.
You got the pictures, you know, the classics. Dogs playing poker.
Classic picture.
The old school grooming tools. And we got those at a Vintage Mart. And,
Okay.
they're from like the 40s.
Oh wow.
So, you know, dog grooming is like a dog barbershop.
Right.
You know, dogs need grooming just like we do.
So thank you for showing us the cool part over there. Subscribe. The show ends on a positive note. What is your message to the people of Aurora today?
help small business, groom locally, and always stay positive, I guess.
Yes. We always say support. Thank you for supporting small business and grooming locally. Support the small businesses that need help. They really need your help to survive, and love one another.
Nice. Yep. So, for any of you guys interested in getting your dog groomed, the address is 215 West Galena, Harry Beast Dawg Pawlour. We appreciate you guys sitting down and talking to us and letting us know about your business. For all of you great people out there, stay tuned for another great episode. Subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, and all that, and you will see this great interview. And not only that, you can come get the young lad, the Her Highness, or the His Majesty at Harry Beast Dawg Pawlour. So you guys have a blessed day out there. We'll see you back tomorrow. Peace.
Thank you.
Right.